And welcome back to Washington Commanders Insider. Today we are going to be looking at three key things that the Washington Commanders are going to need to do in order to come away with this win against the Atlanta Falcons. And so before we go ahead and jump into these three key things, wanted to say that the Washington Commanders have a little bit of history on the line here because this is the first time since 2012 that this team has had 10 wins. And so if you remember, that's back when we had RG3, and that obviously led to a playoff appearance. And then if this team is able to get this win against the Atlanta Falcons this weekend, this means that this is the first time that the Washington team has had 11 wins since the 1992 Super Bowl team. So no pressure out there. So hopefully the Washington Commanders take care of business. As I talked about here on this last video, if the Washington Commanders win, they're in. And if the Tampa Bay Buccaneers lose, then the Washington Commanders could secure a playoff spot. And so let's go ahead and jump into the first point. This is mentioned in this article. I want to elaborate a little bit more, but you can find it on Rigo's Rag here. And so first point is that the Washington Commanders need to get the passing game started early. And so I totally agree with this. I think that just the Atlanta Falcons defense can definitely be had because at this point in time, they are 29th in the league as far as QBR rating. And Jaden Daniels has been able to just really light defenses up. I think that he's got like a 99 or better rating. And so that suggests that the Washington Commanders are going to have an opportunity here. Now, the question is, are they going to take advantage of it? Because even though the Atlanta Falcons struggled defensively as far as pass defense, they've actually been pretty good here over the last couple games. I think 5 of its last 7 contests, they've only surrendered 2 or fewer touchdowns in 5 of those last 7 games. And so for whatever reason, their defense has been picking it up as far as the passing game is concerned. And when you look at our passing offense coming into this one, the Washington Commanders are 16th in passing at 220.9 yards per game against their defense, where, again, they give up some defensive plays in the passing game because right now they are 20th. I'm talking about the Atlanta Falcons giving up 223.4 yards per game. So that suggests that the Washington Commanders need to get out early. They need to get their passing game going. And I talked about this in the last one, that if the Commanders are able to put up points and you get Atlanta to chase you down, more than likely Atlanta is not going to be able to put the points up on the board. They're actually dead last in the fourth quarter scoring. So that is critical, and this is why the Washington Commanders must get off to a good start. Hopefully with the passing game, we can get it going. So next up, the next key takeaway here is that the Washington Commanders defense has to step up as far as run defense is concerned, because this Atlanta Falcons team loves to run the football. And so we know that when you run the football, you obviously get a chance to dominate as far as time of possessions and things like that. And so currently right now, this team, talking about the Washington Commanders, they're 16th in third down conversions as far as getting off the field. And so that's a good thing. And so that is one thing that I think the Washington Commanders are going to have to do is defensively, they're going to have to win on third down. And the way that you're able to win on third down is you're able to stop the run. And so that means that you have to stop Bijan Robinson, and you have to get to him early. And so I think that the Washington Commanders can go back, look at that tape, and see what they did in the second half against Saquon Barkley. And I think that they can draw off this success, because coming into this one, the Falcons, they have the 12th best rushing offense at 124.4 yards per game. So we know that that is going to be a challenge. And I think that the Washington Commanders are going to have to get into their running lanes early. They're going to need to make sure that they tackle very well, because Bijan Robinson, these running backs, they run with some physicality. And on top of that, you have to worry about Michael Penix Jr. I talked about him being a little bit more of a dynamic playmaker than Kirk Cousins. It's absolutely true. I mean, versus Kirk Cousins, you're just thinking about him sitting back there and just throwing the football. But with Michael Penix Jr., he's elusive. He can get out the pocket and he can make some plays. And so our defense is going to have to win as far as the running defense is concerned. And coming into this one for the Commanders defense, look, they're giving up 5 or 5 yards of carry, excuse me, which is actually dead last in the NFL. So the Washington Commanders will really need to stop the Atlanta Falcons run game. That's key number two. And then the last thing that is mentioned here in this article, which I totally agree with, and just to talk about this a little bit more, is that the Washington Commanders are going to have to somehow find a way to turn the football over in this game. I think that you're going against a rookie quarterback. That suggests that there's going to be some opportunities. He did turn the football over in his first week starting, Michael Penix Jr. And so I think that the Washington Commanders defense is going to have the opportunity to turn him over. It's just a matter of, are they going to? There's the chance that we may not have Marshawn Lattimore out there. Currently, right now, at the time of this recording, the Washington Commanders have the fourth best passing defense. And so I think that that's something that's gotten a lot better thanks to Mikey Sandberg. And then also, too, I just feel like, Quan Martin and these guys have been heating up as the weeks have been going on. And so, hopefully we're able to sustain that against Michael Penix Jr. Because currently right now at fourth, 185.5 yards per game, that should be good enough to really give this offense trouble of the Falcons. And so hopefully we're able to take advantage of that. And so let me know in the comments what you're thinking about this recent news here. Do you feel like, yes, the Washington Commanders have a clear advantage defensively? Do you feel like, yes, that is the three keys to winning this football game? And that is getting off to a great start passing, also stopping the run. And then lastly, making sure that you get optimistic as far as turning the football over. That is the Washington Commanders defense. So anyway, this is Rico. This is Washington Commanders Insider. I'll see you on the next one. All right, peace.